Masked luchadors like Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Kalisto are some of the coolest wrestlers of all time. However, wearing a mask comes with a few rules that luchadors must follow. There's actually an official commission in Mexico that makes sure wrestlers are obeying these rules. This is because the mask is seen as a wrestler's biggest possession, even more important than championships. So what are the rules that a masked luchador must follow? Well, first, if you lose your mask, you can't wear it ever again. If a wrestler loses a mask versus mask match, he or she must unmask and is never allowed to compete with that mask again. The reason is to protect the integrity of mask versus mask matches or any match where a luchador puts their mask on the line. If someone just kept wearing their mask after losing, then a luchador putting their mask on the line wouldn't have any value. This is why mask versus mask matches are such a big deal in Mexico. If a luchador loses his or her mask, they are still allowed to wrestle, but they have two options: wrestle without a mask or create a new character and wear a new mask. If a luchador breaks the rules and continues wearing their original mask, the Lucha Libre Commission can actually fine them. In fact, there was some controversy over this rule with Rey Mysterio. While wrestling in WCW in 1999, Mysterio teamed up with Konnan to take on Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in a hair versus mask match. Rey ended up losing and was forced to unmask on live TV. Mysterio honored the rule and wrestled without his mask until WCW shut down in 2001. Even when he returned to Mexico, Rey still did not wear his mask. However, when Rey Mysterio joined WWE in 2002, Vince McMahon personally requested that Mysterio bring back his mask. Rey went to the Lucha Libre Commission and asked for permission to wear his mask again. Despite some outrage from fans, the commission gave Rey the okay, since Mysterio didn't lose his mask in a traditional mask versus mask match, and it didn't happen in Mexico. However, a few years later, WWE wanted to do shows in Mexico. The Lucha Libre Commission was okay with that, but they wanted Rey to wrestle without his mask, since he had already performed in the country without it. After a few discussions, the Master of the 619 was able to get the okay and wrestled in Mexico with his mask again. It might seem like Rey Mysterio was given special privileges, and while that could be true, there is another explanation. When wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer was asked about this, he revealed that the Lucha Libre Commission isn't as strict about the rules as they once were. This is also likely why Juventud Guerrera, who was also unmasked in WCW, was allowed to wear his mask again later in his career. After a luchador is unmasked, it's not just their face that gets revealed, but their identity as well. Immediately after unmasking, the wrestler's legal name, age, years wrestled, and birthplace is all revealed. This is also enforced by the Lucha Libre Commission and can be a really big deal, especially if it turns out that the unmasked luchador is part of a famous lucha family. In the age of the internet and social media, some of this information is already publicly available, even for luchadors who haven't been unmasked. However, there are a number of masked wrestlers today whose true identity is still a secret. Fans still don't know the real name of former WWE wrestler Gran Metalik. Even the names of current AEW wrestlers like Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix are unknown to everyone except close family and friends. This one is more of an unwritten rule, but even when they aren't competing, masked wrestlers almost always wear their masks. One of the most famous luchadors, El Santo, was very serious about this and would even wear his mask when he went out to eat. Even masked wrestlers who aren't luchadors will still cover their faces when they are out in public. Before King was unmasked, he would wrap a towel or wear a ski mask when entering arenas so fans wouldn't know what he really looked like. So if masked luchadors wear their masks even in public, what do they do when they need to fly on a plane? In situations like this, where a luchador can't wear his or her mask, they'll travel unmasked. If a masked luchador is following the rules, nobody will know what he or she actually looks like, and they can travel without their identity getting revealed. However, the masked luchador will usually travel alone, without any of their fellow wrestlers, to prevent people from getting suspicious. This has become harder and harder, thanks to almost everyone having a phone that can take pictures, and the ability to share them instantly with the world via social media. Accidents do happen though, and masked wrestlers have unintentionally gotten unmasked on TV. To see those incidents, hit the video on screen.